Hi Taurus, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this is your week ahead, 10th to the 16th of December 2018 weekly reading. I'm doing the readings individually per sign because you have a love reading sitting next door to this one, and also you have your year ahead for 2019, and I wanted everybody to be done in batches. It would have been very confusing to do the elemental readings, you know, per element, you know, fire, water, air and earth. It would have been very confusing to do that, then put these on. So I thought everybody should get the 3 readings in batches together. So for your reading, my darlings, we are using the Giant Rider-Waite deck. We're also going to be using the Before Tarot deck as well. And also we're going to be using the Tea Leaf fortune cards as well. The Before Tarot, I love these cards. You've really got to use your nous with them though, because even though, you know, they are based on the general ideas, the general meanings of the cards, it's a moment before what happens. You see what happens a moment before what happens on the normal Rider-Waite deck, and you've really got to make up your mind and kind of use your intuition to say, what does this mean? What could have this meant a moment before everything happened on the normal cards? So, you know, just bear that in mind. They're excellent, and I would advise anybody to get these and the After Tarot as well. They're really good cards. So let's have a look for you guys. We're going to shuffle first for the big cards. Okay, so for the what are we saying? We're going to shuffle first. Oh, get your words correct, Carol. Jeez. Okay, shuffle first for the Giant Rider-Waite deck. Okay, so for Taurus, show me in 3 cards, universe, what do you see coming in 10th to the 16th of December 2018? In 3 cards, what do you see coming in for Taurus, 10th to the 16th of December 2018? In 3 cards. So we're going to put down our cards here. 1, 2, we'll put these at the top. 1, 2, and 3. So we've got 3 cards here. And then we're going to use our After Tarot as well, and we're going to shuffle on those. Universe Spirit, through the After Tarot, what can you see coming in for Taurus in the next 7 days, 10th to the 16th of December 2018 in 3 cards. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, and 3. And let's have a look at the Tea Leaf cards. Okay. I love these cards, really like them a lot. In 3 cards, universe, and they come in, they have a little bag with them that you just sort of shuffle the cards in. In 3 cards, can you just show me for Taurus? Show me for Taurus the next 7 days, 10th to the 16th of December. Show me. So we've got 1, 2, 3. There we go. We've got our 3 cards out there. So let's have a look at the first cards and what they are showing Taurus here. Oh, Ace of Wands. So some of you guys, there could be something new arriving into your life, the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands can mean anything new. New job, new passion, a move. It can mean a new business. It can mean a new spark, a new idea is the Ace of Wands energy. What's the next card showing up here? But you've got a King of Cups in the reverse. I feel that certainly for some of you Taurians, you're being very awakened here, because remember the wands represent spiritual awakenings, intuition. And this is definitely for me a spiritual awakening. I'm seeing a spiritual awakening over an individual here. I think that you're being awakened to perhaps somebody who's quite manipulative. You've got a King of Cups reversed. King of Cups reversed is usually somebody who can be quite manipulative, somebody who is emotionally cut off, as it were, with the King of Cups in the reverse. This is usually somebody who's very, very moody as well. When you get the King, this could be a person, but it could also be you. And the King of Cups, if it's you in the reverse, because you remember, you can, even though you are Earth, you can read as any of these cards. So I feel that if you're the King of Cups in the reverse, Taurus, this might be your own emotional shortcomings with the King of Cups in the reverse. This might be your lack of empathy. This might be your lack of sympathy towards others. It might be your inability to cope with the King of Cups in the reverse. Because in the upright, this person keeps his head in a crisis. This person has faith when he's in the upright. I often see him as a very spiritual figure, the King of Cups, when he's in the upright, because he's able to sit on a very heavy throne, on water, and it's almost like walking on water, but it's just having that faith that you can do something even when the chips are down, even when, you know, energies are against you. It's just saying, you know what, I'm just going to have faith, it's going to be okay. I know that I'm not going to sink. So this is somebody who's not sinking, they're swimming. This is somebody who is holding up in a crisis. But in the reverse, this person tends to allow things, emotions to overwhelm him. And I feel that there is a great awakening that for some of you guys, this is either somebody around you, somebody who might be very manipulative, somebody who could be quite cold, somebody who could be quite moody, somebody who might keep secrets. If this isn't an individual, then it might be that you're very attuned with the Ace of Wands energy to your own emotional shortcomings here with the King of Cups in the reverse. What's the next card showing up? Wow, and you've got a Queen of Cups as well, but she's in the upright. I have to read her in the upright, and I think that this is something, usually with the Queen of Cups and how I see her, especially on a Rider-Waite card, is that she has the cup covered, and she's the only cup that is covered of the court cards. For me, the Queen of Cups, and I've seen her in many a reading that I've done for a person, you know, and I've asked if I'm doing a love reading, for example, and I see her and it's representing the partner, what I'm seeing is somebody who is emotionally cold and emotionally cut off. So you might be very awakened to an individual here, a King of Cups in reverse, but he's explaining himself reversed anyway. With these energies showing here. We're going to read this a couple of ways. I feel that some of you guys are very spiritually attuned and very awakened to somebody here who's probably quite manipulative. King of Cups in the reverse, somebody who keeps their feelings to themselves with the Queen of Cups energy, somebody who's probably emotionally a little bit cold and possibly emotionally quite manipulative as well. So I feel that some of you guys will, within the next few days, will be very awakened. There's a great, this is also the card that represents realization. There'll be a realization that maybe you've got somebody around you who is like this. I feel that though as well, for some of you guys with the Ace of Wands energy, there is a great sense of healing as well. Because the Ace of Wands sprouts anew. So this is a time of, remember the Ace of Wands represents spring, when everything starts to rejuvenate itself as well. So I feel that for some of you guys also, you could be feeling in the next few days, Taurus, a great sense of spiritual rejuvenation with this Ace of Wands energy showing here against somebody who is quite manipulative and probably quite cut off with the Queen of Cups energy showing here as well. I feel that also there is going to be a spiritual rejuvenation around a person, and I think this might be a person for some of you guys who has been emotionally manipulative here, as you start to gain great insight into who they are. Because also the Queen of Cups, she's the type of person, remember she's a tarot reader, she's a psychic, so she's somebody who's got great insight into others. And I do feel that you guys have great insight into an individual here, and it might be that spiritually you're rejuvenated from this individual here in the reverse by looking into this person, by gaining a great deal of emotional depth and a great deal of emotional insight concerning whoever this individual is here as well. It might be that some of you guys are feeling a great deal of spiritual rejuvenation here with the Eight of Wands energy. There's another thing that I was thinking, actually, let's read it this way as well. Could be for some of you Taurians here, there's a realization that somebody has left. Because Kings reversed can either be people who leave, or because he's a male figure, sometimes this can be somebody who's bisexual or gay or that type of thing. But I feel that there's a great deal of spiritual rejuvenation, a great realisation for some of you guys, I would say here as well, with the Ace of Wands showing up here, that somebody's not coming back, they've left. Possibly they've cut themselves off emotionally as well. I often read Queen of Cups as somebody who cuts himself off emotionally, because I've seen this Queen of Cups like that, and she does have that cup covered as well. It's not open. And remember, it's a sign of Cancer as well, and crabs tend to put a hard shell over the inner belly, so they tend to be very protective and they tend to not show their soft side, for example. So it might be that there is a great deal of, you know, realization here with the King of Cups in the reverse, that somebody emotionally really isn't there. They've either physically left or they're just really not there with that King of Cups in the reverse. Maybe they're emotionally cut off from you in these energies here as well. But I certainly feel in the main there's a great deal of spiritual rejuvenation here over an individual, King of Cups in the reverse, who has been perhaps quite emotionally manipulative, quite cold with the King of Cups energy showing here. And I feel for some of you guys there's either a great insight into this, or it's because with the Queen of Cups energy they're just not showing you how they feel. The After Tarot cards are saying, well, you've got the Eight of Cups. Notice the Eight of Cups, it is the Eight of Cups. So this is just one moment before this person is about to walk away. So it's almost like with the Eight of Cups energy, you are, because you're taking a drink from the cup. all right, before you put it down. So for some of you guys, it might be that there is something about having one last try before you walk away from a situation. You drink from the one cup. So you're drunk from all of these and it's not worked. And you've put it down. The cups have not been refilled. That's why they're set down on the floor. Because you're not refilling them. There's no way that you can refill these cups. And you say, let me give it one more try with this Eight of Cups energy. What's the next one showing up here? The Two of Swords. I think that some of you guys will want to give something one more try here with the Eight of Cups on the Before Tarot before you prepare to block yourself off, cut yourself off, because the Two of Swords, look, on the Two of Swords card, this person is preparing to take up the swords and block her heart. So here, for some of you guys, you will give something one more try before, with that Two of Swords energy, you decide to block yourself off emotionally from another individual, perhaps. What's the next card? You've got the Empress, one moment before. It's funny, she's got children on her lap, showing here, one moment before she actually sits on her own. Okay, I think that some of you guys focuses on the children, perhaps with the Empress energy. Some of you guys might want to give a relationship one more try before you prepare to block your heart off, before you prepare to cut yourself off from, it could be from an Empress, for example, from a person that you love greatly, male or female. Okay, and it will probably tally in with these cards here as well, Taurus, where I feel that there is a great deal of, you know, intuition, intuitive insight with the Ace of Wands. There's a great mental, emotional, spiritual, let's call it spiritual. These aren't necessarily mental cards, the ones, they're more spiritual. So I feel that, you know, if these are kind of linking in with these cards here, Taurus, there is a great spiritual awakening here, that the King of Cups energy. Now, the King of Cups energy could also be you, because you could tally up with this card here, because the King of Cups in the reverse means to completely cut yourself off emotionally, all right? Hold back on your feelings, hold back on giving emotionally. She's got the cup covered, remember. So some of you guys, it might be that there is a great deal of insight in the next few days that you need to, with the King of Cups in the reverse, cut yourself off emotionally and no longer give emotionally, no longer give to an individual in a relationship. It could be that there's a great deal of insight, a great deal of spiritual awakening, great deal of spiritual growth concerning a King of Cups in the reverse, concerning somebody who's been emotionally manipulative, somebody who's been quite cold, who won't show their feelings. And some of you guys might want to, in the next few days, give the situation one more try before you prepare to cut yourself off emotionally from this person. Perhaps cut yourself off emotionally from the Empress. If you're a man, maybe it's a woman. If you're a woman, maybe it's a woman. But some of you guys will, you know, give it one more try before you prepare to cut yourself off emotionally. And perhaps with the Empress energy showing here, just focus on the children, or focus on the things that love you back, for example, with the Empress energy showing here. The final cards, Taurus, showing up are Camel. Camel is persevere and you will overcome problems, okay? Diamond, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. So I feel that in the next few days also, you need to persevere in certain areas of your life, Taurus, because you're going to overcome a problem. Some of you guys are going to receive, or you'll be giving gifts. What's the next card showing up? Rainbow. The most difficult part of the situation is over. That's lovely. Absolutely stunning cards. Really, really good cards. I certainly feel in the first two layers, the Before Tarot and the normal tarot cards, are showing somebody that you guys are very... because this is all about self-awareness. When you get the Wand energy, especially cards like the Ace of Wands that show up here, cards like the Three of Wands, I feel, as well, cards like the Four of Wands, cards like definitely like the Six of Wands, and also the Seven of Wands, they deal with having a sense of self-awareness as well. I definitely feel with the Ace of Wands there is a great deal of spiritual growth, spiritual perception, spiritual clarity with this Ace of Wands energy, and also I would say self-awareness, that there is somebody around you who's perhaps being quite emotionally manipulative and they won't show how they feel with the Queen of Cups energy. I also feel that some of you guys have great insight with that Queen of Cups energy. There's a great deal of spiritual awareness here and great emotional insight into an individual who seems to be emotionally manipulative, or they tend to cut themselves off, or maybe this person's got some form of an addiction or that type of thing. I think that you've got a great deal of insight, or you're going to get a great deal of insight into an individual around you like this. I also feel that there's a great deal of awareness that some of you guys need to cut yourself off emotionally from somebody who won't show you how they feel, somebody who tends to consistently cover up their feelings against you. And those some some of you guys will want to give it one more try because you've got that Ace of Cups in your hand and you're drinking from it. All right, so you'll want to give it one more try before you prepare to cut yourself off, either from this person that you love, or cut yourself off and concentrate on the things that give love back to you. I do also feel, besides that, you guys, you still need to persevere and you will overcome a problem. Showing here, you'll be receiving gifts or giving gifts in the next few days, and it is Christmas, so that's more than likely for a lot of you guys as well. And finally, the most difficult part of the situation is over. So if the most difficult part of the situation has been over, in terms of a person around you who seems to be quite emotionally distant, then walking away for some of you guys will be where that situation is over. The most difficult process, and the most difficult process for some of you guys will be letting go of an individual. But for some of you guys, you might consider it to be the best thing to do in the next few days, especially if you're giving stuff to that individual, but you're actually not receiving it back. All right, that is your reading, Taurus, for between the 10th and the 16th of December 2018. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and have a great day. And just hop on over to your love reading, and you've also got your year ahead there as well. Take care. Bye-bye.